with the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family. Wait and see, look like a panda. Going up. Understand it.
If you think you're doing it, I'm about to ruin it. Tonight.
Legacies, family, wait and see, look like a panda. Going out like a Moncton. Hope the killers understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Storm Chasers dance team, choreographed by Kashina Collins and brought to you by Dance Virtuosa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for the visitors, the Moncton Magic. Starting at point guard, number 10, Al Stewart. At shooting guard, number 12, Anthony Anderson. Also at shooting guard, number 13, Terry Thomas. At forward, number 21, Jeremy Williams. And at center, number 41, Anthony Cox. The head coach of the Moncton Magic in his 7th season is Joe Salerno. The assistant coaches are Matt Robinson, Mitch Rowley, and Todd McKillop. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the non-starters for your Island Storm. From Fitchburg State, a center, number 50, Zach Valier. From Colorado, a shooting guard, number 22, Wayne McCullough. Out of the University of Prince Edward Island, a center, number 15, Duke Duke. From Damien, a guard, number 11, Torrance Dyke. Out of the University of Prince Edward Island, a shooting forward, number 7, Brad States. From Weber State University, a guard, number 6, Franklin Sessions. From Little Rock, a point guard, number 5, Kemi Osei. These are your non-starters for your Island Storm. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with a starting lineup, please welcome to the court, Cowboy Mike Hughes.
Island Storm fans, this is our last game of 2017. Let's bring it into 2018 with a ton of energy and a lot of noise. It's game time. Let me hear you make some noise. I said it's game time. Let me hear you make some noise. Are you ready? Are you ready? I said, are you ready, Storm fans? At guard from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Tyler Scott. At forward from North Preston, Nova Scotia, Chris Johnson. At guard from Jackson, Mississippi, Andre Stringer. From the Lower East Side of New York, Duvon Mad Max Maxwell. some noise! I said, let me hear you make some noise!
Welcome, everybody. Glad you can join us here at the Eastlink Center for some NBL Canada action. Hope you had a great Christmas. Cold, windy Boxing Day, but it's warm inside as these two rivals go at it. The Island Storm taking on the Moncton Magic. As you saw, Cowboy Hughes trying to get the crowd going here at the Eastlink Center. As far as the Storm are concerned, they're coming off a 107-101 win over St. John. Meanwhile, you have Moncton coming off a pair of wins against Cape Breton, and their last outing was a 104-101 win against the Highlanders. As we get about ready to get going here, Storm looking to make it 5 wins in a row here on home court. They've been deadly at home this season. You're going to hear from Gordon McNeely in just a bit. He's a little delayed coming to the Eastlink Center, but he'll be with us on the broadcast here this afternoon. And we're underway at the Eastlink Center. And there you see Al Stewart, the former Island Storm point guard, getting a lot of playing time. Anderson gets it to Stewart, coming off a screen. Here's Terry Thomas, another former Island Storm player. Swings it over for Jeremy Williams, excuse me. His shot is a little bit short, and Tyler Scott will move it up the court for the Storm. Johnson. Stringer. Marcus Bell puts it on the deck and then loses the handle. And here's Anderson, bounce pass for Stewart. Anderson gets it back again. Can't drain that shot. Johnson will push it up for the Storm. Goes cross court. Tyler Scott wide open, knocking it down hard. And we get our first points of the game, and it's a tray for the Storm. Tyler Scott averaging 8.3 points a game, and this is inaugural pro season. Scott, long pass as he tried to find Maxwell. Terry Thomas. Al Stewart, he'll hold up on the right elbow. Jeremy Williams. Here's Terry Thomas, little floater off the iron and out. And the Storm, they push it up the court. Johnson, Maxwell, Stringer. Can't finish off. And Cox has the rebound, but Stringer went after that ball and tried to save it. I think a fan down here is a little upset that he got his beer spilt a little bit. Hey, welcome to sitting courtside. 3-0 early going to this game for the Storm. This Moncton team, they've won 2 in a row. Currently sitting in second spot in the NBL Atlantic Division. That went off of Marcus Bell as he was guarding Cox. And pleased to announce that Gord McNeely has joined us now. And Gord just started here. 3-0 lead for the Storm. Stewart with a pass to Anderson. Al Stewart wide open, and they're going to wave that off. Time count violation.
Nice to be here. Nice crowd on hand today.
Good crowd for a Boxing Day. This has been, I guess, over the last 4 or 5 years, a traditional game, Boxing Day in the afternoon. And the Storm, they usually get some big-time basketball fans out to watch this one. There's a shot by Tyler Scott. That goes off the rim. Anderson, long-range 3. Rebound brought down by Stringer. And he'll hand it off to Maxwell. Maxwell pushes it up the court into the paint. Baseline pass for Bell, and he is fouled, and Marcus Bell will head to the line.
Yeah, and Maxwell, this team is such a good team on the fast break. Maxwell can lead the break and find it his big man. That's what makes him so versatile in the open court. So Stringer grabbed the rebound, then Maxwell led the fast break. Kind of reversed, but all these players are interchangeable.
And for a team that's lacking some size, they seem to be benefiting from having Marcus Bell in their lineup. He's played just, what, 2 or 3 games with the team, but boy, having his size is really going to help them.
Well, he's guaranteed to get you 10 to 12 rebounds a night, and that's what this team needs. They got enough offensive scoring power. Marcus needs to clean up the glass and run the break hard.
Anderson, nice fake by Stewart. Terry Thomas will try the tray. Off the iron, loose ball, picked up once again. And that is Williams' turnaround, Jay.
Well, he's been playing really well for Moncton. You know, he does the little things there, grabbing an offensive rebound, putting it back. So look for a big night out of Williams tonight.
Maxwell puts it on the floor. And a little bit of a hope and a prayer shot there by Maxwell. And they're going to say that it's Storm ball. Here see Joe Salerno. He's in disagreement.
Yeah, and I think the ref was trying not to call a foul there. And it was kind of a funny play because Maxwell came back in.
Inbounds pass. Tyler Scott turns it over. This will be an easy bucket for Anderson. He just lays it in.
Yeah, and the Storm have had a few issues on sideline, baseline out of bounds plays this year, so they got to clean that up here today. You can't be giving up open layups on the other side off that.
Stringer bounces it out for Maxwell into the post for Bell. Nice spin move by Bell. Tried to go off the window. Picked up here by Johnson. Bell baseline. No good, and William Skies to get that rebound.
Yeah, 2 good shots by Bell. I'd like to see him extend his hand up a little bit more on his finishes. He just kind of flicks at the very top. Extend that hand up, get a lot of arc on that ball.
Inbounds play here, Cox. Williams to Stewart into the paint. And Cox, nice touch down low for Moncton.
Yeah, he gets a chance to go to his right hand and then makes him pay. So.
And we'll watch for this battle in the post here between Bell and Cox.
It's getting physical. Look at that. It's getting physical.
9 on the shot clock for Tyler Scott, working on Williams. Fadeaway jumper, knocking it down. Nice touch there by Tyler Scott.
Looks like he's been in the pro for 2 years and not 2 months.
I know, every time that we've done a game here, Gord, we talk about that. He's so comfortable at the pro level. Cox setting a pick. Stewart, they swing it around. Terry Thomas into the key. And he is fouled by Devon Maxwell. And Thomas will head to the line.
And the refs have new outfits on.
Yeah, I just noticed that right now.
Kind of like the sound of music out here.
And no, it won't be charged a shooting foul, so Moncton inbounds the ball. Quick pass to Williams from Stewart. And he misses, and Johnson has that rebound. Johnson putting it on the deck, gets it stripped. Terry Thomas back the other way, going right down the lane, gets the bucket. The hoop and the harm, and Terry Thomas will head to the line.
And you can't turn the ball over in your offense against a good team like Moncton. It's going to come right back at you. And Terry Thomas is one of the best finishers in the league. So he just put the ball into his right hand, what he used to do here, and then just gets to the basket hard. And he just overpowered the defense.
And Terry Thomas going into this game, averaging 23.9 points a contest, 7 rebounds, shooting 51% Gord from the field.
Yeah. So, I mean, he can put him up. He's just aggressive and uses his physicality very well. Stringer will come in and hit it.
Stringer from way downtown for 3.
Yeah, and he's playing at a high clip. I mean, again, he played in Portland, Maine for the Boston development team there, so he's got a lot of experience. So,
and that'll be Storm ball as Maxwell got in the way of that drive from Jeremy Williams.
Yeah, and I mean, it was good. Tyler Scott got to start, gets him into the game right away. Now we got Frank Session coming in with, you know, with just under 7 minutes left to go in this one.
Stringer right down the lane. He'll kick it out. Here's Johnson for 3. States with the rebound. That goes off of Stewart's hand, and it'll be Storm ball. And now coming into the game for Moncton, Denzel Taylor and Anthony Cox will take a seat. Cox got into a little bit of a physical matchup with Bell, who's out of the game as well for the Island Storm. Off the window and in, and that is Devon Maxwell out of NYC.
And that was good defense by Taylor. It was just a better offensive play. So
Thomas.
It's a nice matchup here, Peter.
And they're going to call a foul here against Moncton. 6:08 remaining in the first quarter. 12-9 lead for the Storm over the Moncton Magic, if you're just joining us. And these two teams, they've always had a rivalry, but that's been heated up quite a bit with a number of Island Storm players on this Moncton team, and Joe Salerno taking over this season in Moncton. Swing it over here for Maxwell. Maxwell puts that one off the iron. Loose ball. Johnson had it momentarily. That'll be Moncton ball.
Great hustle by about 2 or 3 different Storm players there. Moncton retains the ball, but I mean, good start to this one. 12-9. I mean, they're going at it, and you're seeing a lot of good plays from a lot of different people out there.
And these two teams, they've already played 4 times this season. In the Storm, they have Moncton's number, having won 3 of the 4 matchups. And with the scoring talent that's on both these teams, we could see a very high-scoring game. Maybe wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility to see over 200 points scored in this game combined.
Well, yeah, exactly. For sure. I think it'll be up there. I mean, you're seeing good defense, though. It's just the players in this league are so talented offensively. If they just get their feet set and get to a spot, they're going to hit it. You saw Tyler Scott hit a step back. So for the younger players out there, a step back means you're dribbling in, good defense, and you step back away from the basket you're shooting at to get space to shoot the ball. And that's a really hard shot to hit. And you only see that in the NBA and professional leagues, really, and some outstanding college players. So you see a lot of that in this league, and Maxwell stepping out, hitting a shot. I mean, and then Moncton really taking advantage of a few Storm mistakes is the difference here.
There's the easy bucket, easy lay-in for Anthony Anderson, one of the best scorers in the history of this league. And Al Stewart feeding Cox down low.
Yeah, and Anthony Anderson will take what he gets for 3 quarters, and then I call it Anthony Anderson time. So he's really good at finishing games. So you want to have a cushion, especially at home. But Stringer just pops for this one, and that's a deep 3. But it's straight on. He's dribbling into it.
This is Maxwell going one-on-one with Taylor here, and that's a fadeaway jumper, as you mentioned. That's a tough shot.
And a lot of these players like to go to their offhand, so Maxwell there went to his left and came back shooting right. You'll see that a lot. It's really hard to shoot right going right. So a lot of good plays to start. You know, I think the Storm are still really trying to find a flow to this one, and they're staying and have a 3-point cushion because of hard work and effort. So
one thing that Coach Kendrick wants, he wants better starts from his team. It's been an issue this season. Right now, up 12-9. Williams. Stewart. Anderson back to Williams in the corner for Terry Thomas. Session trying to guard him. There's a baseline jumper. That's a nice shot by Terry Thomas.
Yeah, and he just used his size. He's got the size mismatch against Session there. And they switched a couple screens and benefits from a little step back.
Here's Session trying to tightrope down that baseline in the corner for Johnson. Iron and out. Stewart will lead the attack to Thomas. Gets it stripped by Devon Maxwell. Solid defense there by Maxwell. Session. Little mid-range J.
Yeah, and I mean, that's good for Session. I haven't really seen him shoot that mid-range jump shot. I like that. Really good mid-range shooter there, so.
Down low for Williams. Teardrop's no good. Taylor wrestling for it. Jump ball.
And Session working hard down there. Taylor working hard. They're switching on a few of those screens, and it'll hurt you against this Moncton team there. So, that's Dyke Jr. into the game.
So Dyke Jr. is in. OC, the Montreal native at point guard. And Brad States back into the game. Here's Dyke Jr. He takes it up high. In the post for Brad States, and he is fouled by Jeremy Williams. And
States got really deep post position on Williams there, so that's what created that and gives the Storm another, well, they got 24-second new shot, no, 14 it's going to get set to.
Maxwell looking for somebody on the inbounds, gets it to Dyke Jr. Maxwell lost it in the low post, trying to back down his man, Taylor.
6 seconds.
Got to do something here. Session, long range three, rebound, Dyke Jr. and the putback. So that's great hustle. An offensive board there for Dyke Jr. Converts it with 2.
And that's what Torrance can do. He can get into the game and shake things up. He gave his team 2 points when they were looking at a shot clock violation. Very, very good offensive rebound for him.
Wide open. Anderson looked like he was going to shoot it. Got it for Taylor, and he puts it off the window.
And great little play by Taylor to get his team 2 points.
Storm by 3. Here's OC wide open. That was in and out. Taylor with the board pushes it over for Anderson. Puts it on the floor. In the corner, Allman. He drains it. So we're tied at 16.
And if you're Moncton fans watching this game, you just kind of fist pump, because if Allman gets hot, it changes the scope of the basketball game. Very good shooter.
In the paint, Session tried to snap a pass off for Dyke Jr. back the other way. Anderson off the window, and a foul going up against, I believe it's going to be Maxwell.
Yeah. 5. Oh, it's OC.
So it's OC with the foul.
Yeah, I think Maxwell got a lot of backboard. He kind of shook and rocked the backboard there, but OC got him on the body on the way up.
So Anthony Anderson, former man out of UMass, hits the line. Averaging 20.3 points a game.
And that the play before, Storm turned the ball over and led to a Moncton fast break. Moncton looks good on the fast break tonight, or this afternoon, sorry. So, I mean, you can't turn the ball over against this Moncton. They're too experienced, so you got to protect it.
Dyke Jr. kicks it out. Here's Devon Maxwell. Bombs away.
I bet his family saw that one watching from the United States. Very good shot. That looked really smooth, and he gets up so high. He's such a good jumper. He puts such a soft touch on that jump shot.
1 point lead for the Storm. Terry Thomas wants to reply, and that was Brad States with the offensive board.
Why not?
Maxwell. Yes, he's starting to feel it. He's heating up, folks.
Hey, that just changes the whole scope of the basketball game when you've got somebody that's supposed to be athletic driving to the basket. Now he's hitting threes.
So now a 22-18 lead. Corey Allman. Nice fake by Allman. Oh. Nice touch too. Good jumper by Allman.
What a beautiful touch on a 5 to 6 foot shot, are some of the hardest in basketball in the middle of a basketball game, and he just made it look easy.
Maxwell trying to get by his man. That's Jennings, the former Island Storm player, recently acquired by Moncton. And a foul against the Magic, and the Island Storm, they'll head to the line.
Maxwell calling for a sub there. A well-deserved sub. He's going to take a breather with 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter after he hits these free throws. But what a nice finish to the quarter. We talked about starts and ends of quarters for the Storm team, and Maxwell just put his team on his back and said, hey, I'm going to finish this one up by myself, guys.
9 points now with his first attempt from the free-throw line. And you could make it 10. He's 2 for 2 from three-point range.
This crowd gives him a big round of applause.
And Devon Maxwell will take a seat. Coming back in is Marcus Bell. Storm by 4. Terrell Baines, another one of those former Island Storm players in the corner. This is Jennings. Rebound. Baines gets it, kicks it back out again. And that was close, but no cigar, and then they get the putback.
And that was because that Moncton just ran their offense, and it was simple, it was basic. Storm aren't doing a good job of defending that initial offense, and it gets them scrambling for the rest of the possession.
Marcus Bell, double team behind the back pass for States. He can't convert. Stewart goes cross court, and coming back to get a mid on that was Marcus Bell.
So I think during this quarter time, the Storm have to get together and say, we need to defend Moncton's initial offense better. And if they do that, they're going to get one shot and out. If they don't, they'll be scrambling.
Jennings will inbound the ball here, 17 on the shot clock. Top of the key for Allman, swinging around, back to Jennings. Bain sets a pick. That shot off the mark. OC will push it up for the Storm.
Oh,
Session.
boy.
Oh, what a move by Session with the nice finger roll.
Get that ready in the truck. I got to see that one again.
My goodness. He broke some ankles there.
That was a crazy crossover, Peter. And we've seen it before. We, up here watching, we almost knew it was coming. He was going to do something big. Watch this move. Watch this. Bang. Frozen. And we're not talking about the movie.
Wow, what a move by Nitty. OC. Session tries his luck for the three-pointer. Brought down by Taylor in a tug-of-war with two Island Storm players. Who's going to get called for the foul here? Is it going to be States or Marcus Bell?
And not a good foul. You saw both of them. If the ref lets it go once, twice, if they're still in there, he's going to call it. And that's Dale Farish, and that was a good call because you need to give him space. The guy has clearly possession of the basketball. There's no point in fouling 90 feet from the hoop.
24 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jennings, little spin move inside. Good pass to Taylor. He stays with the process. And Marcus Bell, oh, here we go. We might have some fireworks here as Baines and Marcus Bell do a little bit of pushing and shoving, and Baines, he threw the ball at Marcus Bell.
Wow, I didn't see it. I was just watching Bell, but these two teams don't like each other, and it's getting all for the last 15 minutes of this basketball game. Sitting up here watching, it's been physical. They've been in there reaching and grabbing and clutching. Both these teams want this game. You'll see the pass off
right here. Now watch, yeah. And there's Baines and Bell going in. There you see Baines throws the ball at Marcus Bell, and those two gentlemen have to be separated. And Marcus Bell, we talked about this before, he's a guy, you gotta put some cold water on him sometimes. He gets heated. And Coach Tim Kendrick went over to talk to him, try to settle things down.
Yeah, and he stepped back from that. I mean, nobody likes the ball thrown at their feet or their kneecaps. I mean, it's just not kosher to do that. So, but you remember the play before, Bell was in the backcourt when I just said he shouldn't have been back there. And so that's where things started to heat up a little bit. Right. So then he gets one foul there, probably picks up another one here. And that's why you got to be smarter in those times. Marcus Bell gets a foul going to a rebound and jumping over four guys. I don't mind.
See Tim Kendrick having a discussion with the referee. Not going to win that battle.
So they got 14 here to get a good shot up.
There's OC trying to get away from the press. Being watched by Allman. OC loses the handle. It comes right to States. He goes baseline. Dyke Jr. from the corner.
He almost hit it.
Whoa, very close. So there you have it. One quarter in the books, and the Island Storm with a 26-22 lead. We talked about Tim Kendrick wants better starts. How would you categorize the start they've had here this afternoon?
Well, I thought it was full of emotion. They started off well. They hit some big shots and did the things that they needed to. Were they crisp? No, it looked like they'd been off for a few days. And I say that because defensively they weren't really operating as a team. Like I saw some switches and screens and guys kind of looking with their head each and every way. So make sure you defend, get in there and defend what Moncton's going to do. And away you go. If you're Moncton, you know, you gotta kind of weather the storm. You got to be around at the end of the game, and they did a good job of staying in this basketball game in the first quarter.
So after a quarter, the Island Storm 9 of 22 from the field. They're shooting 40.9%. Moncton 9 of 25, 36%. But after one quarter, 6 turnovers for the Storm, and they have to protect the ball just a little better.
Yeah, and they're just little silly turnovers. You know, we're trying to do too much, or and they're avoidable for sure. So you can't throw the ball away, especially in that zone about 30 feet away from the basket, and that's where they were turning the ball over. It's just going to lead to 2 points in the other way with people like Terry Thomas and Anthony Anderson on the opposing side.
Devon Maxwell, he's off to a real good start. 3 of 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point range. He's got 10 points in this contest. And Tyler Scott, he has 5 points with 2 boards. And over with the Moncton Magic, Corey Allman with 5 points. Terry Thomas, he's got 5. And one of the most deadliest scorers in this league, Anthony Anderson, 1 from 3 from the field. He's got 4 points. So, as we mentioned, some real good offensive players here, and this could be a high-scoring affair.
Oh, absolutely. So buckle up. We're going to be in for a ride here. These two teams are going at it. And just to say a special hello to and a Merry Christmas to all our friends over in Moncton, over across the way. So hope you guys had a nice time with family. And especially to our friends here in Charlottetown who probably couldn't maybe for some reason be at this game because they were it affected their nap time this time of year. We salute you and thanks for tuning in.
Just a reminder, next home game for the Storm, New Year's Eve, December the 31st, 2 p.m. start here at the Eastlink Center. They'll take on the Halifax Hurricanes. Get your tickets. You can phone the Eastlink box office at 902-629-6622 or info at eastlinkcenterpei.com.
Yeah, and we normally check the thread on YouTube. I didn't bring my system in today, so I'm not checking the comments here as they get a steal right away.
Turnover by Moncton. Back again. And OC will settle it down in the half court. Tyler Scott, that's a long-range 3.
Are you? Oh.
Rebound, Valier. This is his opportunity. Wow. Boy, Tyler Scott, he was another zip code when he attempted that three-point attempt. Here's Allman.
Count the basket.
And they're going to count the basket and a foul.
Oh, not on the shooter.
So that's 3 for Allman.
Oh, it is on the shooter. I thought it was on the screen.
Let's see, how many attempts will he get here?
No, it's on the.
Couldn't
so
be
it was on the
it
screen.
wasn't on Allman. No, there was nobody near him. That's.
And Scott saying that he was getting held, so they'll get a possession back, which is even almost worse, because they have a chance for a 5-point, maybe even a 6-point. This goes in, it's a 5-point play.
Here's Allman off the screen. That's in and out. Valier gets the rebound. 26-25, Storm by 1 early going of this second quarter. Dyke Jr. floats one up for Valier, and this time he puts it away for the Deuce.
Great two-man game.
Allman for 3. Rebound, Al Stewart gets it. In the corner for Baines. Baseline, and he makes that one.
And the fans here have seen him hit that shot time and time again. That's his spot.
Man, there was a time here last season, there was like 3 or 4 games, every time he got it in the corner for the Storm, it was almost automatic.
Yeah.
Session, little floater, makes it happen.
And Session is doing that against better defense. The league has a scouting report on him now. So it becomes a little bit harder for him to score, and he still continues to do it. So
loose ball, Dyke Jr. has it, and he was fouled by Corey Allman.
Is it a common foul? It's going to be a common foul, and Coach Kendrick is looking for a breakaway foul. And there's a big difference between that, Peter. If they deem that the person's on a breakaway, they're going to get 2 shots and the basketball. So they just blew it a common foul there.
So they'll take it off to the side. Session. Stewart trying to guard him. That's going to be a difficult task for anybody. Here's Johnson. He bumps with Cox. His shot is a miss.
Now what in the how could you not call a foul on that? I do not get it.
Looked like contact to me.
It's like WWE contact here.
Cox has come back into the game for Moncton. Off the screen, Jennings.
But then again, you could have called contact there. So the refs kind of know what they're doing.
Behind the back pass by Johnson. That almost went adrift, and then following up on it was Maxwell. He's having quite the start to this game.
Isn't he? Just picks up good body control on that finish.
Corey Allman. Here's Jennings as he had Session in his face. Can't make that shot. Back the other way. OC kicks it out.
Why
Johnson.
not?
Maxwell.
Oh.
Rebound goes to Session, and ill-advised pass. He couldn't get his signals correct there with Devon Maxwell.
And Maxwell was telling him, look for the, give me an alley-oop on that play. He was thinking toss. So.
Terry Thomas turning the corner, and they're going to say that's Island Storm ball.
And Joe Salerno looking for a foul call. So he's not going to get it.
OC is going to come out of the game. Tyler Scott checks back in.
Good minutes by OC.
Johnson probing here.
See,
Allman up in his grill.
They're not really running much of an offense, so it's more freelance. And they play well with that style.
Stringer gets two. 34-27 for the Island Storm. Stewart inside for Cox. Loses the handle. Tyler Scott gets it, and then it gets stripped away from Johnson. Here's Stewart. Loose ball again, a little helter-skelter basketball.
Big-time numbers. Tyler hit the person that's open.
And another turnover. This is Allman's shot's no good. Cox with the rebound with the putback off the window.
And what happened is you can't go across court. As much as it looks open in this league, they had a 4-on-1, and you can't go. You got to push it ahead. Just headman the ball. That's what it's called. So
this is Johnson. Leaves that one short. Right now, the Storm with 7 turnovers so far in this game. Moncton with 5. Low post for Cox. Here's Baines. Fakes into the lane. Had a second opportunity at it and then lost it. Maxwell, he'll lay it in.
And I wrote an article yesterday about the Storm team, and I said that Maxwell is capable of putting MVP numbers up on any given night, and he's showing you why.
Terry Thomas, Tyler Scott trying to defend him. Baines. And Thomas makes that look easy, and that was mainly due to the fact that you had Baines come over and set that pick.
Well, the Turkey Patrol's out on a few possessions for both these teams, and that's what happens is you get it on team defense. What a offensive foul.
They're going to call a foul on Stringer. And now we got some pushing and shoving as Cox, as that is Devon Maxwell and Cox. They do some pushing and shoving and have some words. And boy, I tell you, Gord, this one, somebody likes a match here.
Yeah.
This whole place could go up maybe.
Exactly. So what you're seeing is you're seeing a lot of shots go in. Like the Moncton Magic just got a wide open look. Storm got a couple 4-on-1s in the fast break. It's just, guys, when your legs go, it just you'll see that stuff on defense, and they'll figure it out in halftime and get everybody working on the same page. But like you said, this is going to be a high-scoring one.
Storm by 5. Williams, and he drains that one from three-point land.
Moncton doing a good job of executing their offense in their first 2 or 3 passes, and that's why you're getting pretty good wide open shots.
Johnson's going to try his luck, and nobody there to get that offensive board. Corey Allman stops, moves in, little teardrop, another chance at it, and he stayed with it.
And you're really seeing the effect of having Marcus Bell on the bench. And remember we talked about those 2 fouls he picked up? Those are huge.
And Johnson, his 3-point attempt, no good.
Nobody is there for the Storm to clear the glass right now and protect the rim.
Anderson into the key, gets knocked down hard, and that's going to be a foul, and Anderson will head to the line.
So watch to see if Coach Kendrick comes back with some size on his bench. He really needs it at this juncture in the game.
Look at Anthony Anderson. I mean, it looked like he was stopped there, and then he just, with one step, he's got to burst the speed right to the bucket.
Well, he's classic for the, if he sees rim, he goes rim. And that's, in basketball, that's pretty huge. In either hand, if he sees rim, he's going to go right at it. And then he's so wide and strong that he's taking whoever's going to guard him to the basket where you're going to have to foul him. So veteran, one of the most outstanding players ever in this league.
So Anthony Anderson makes both his shots at the charity stripe. And it's a 2-point lead here for the Magic. Baseline shot by Stringer, brought down by Williams. And he'll defer to Anderson. Anderson, he'll stop up. Is he going to knock this one down? Yes, he is.
So they need a timeout right now. I would think that this last period of 2 minutes of basketball, the Storm had the wrong lineup on, or they weren't able to clear the glass, which allowed the Magic to go on a big run.
So Anthony Anderson getting the job done on the last couple of possessions here for Moncton, and they now lead 38-36. And Gord, we've seen this. You know, the Storm, they get off to a good start, and then they probably freelance just a little too much. They find themselves in trouble. They start jacking up shots early in the shot clock, and the other team gets momentum.
Well, yeah, I mean, Chris Johnson wide open, took 2 threes there, boom, boom, which are wide open. He's got them. If they go in, great. They're great shots. If they don't at that juncture of the basketball game, it allows Moncton to get the ball back, and they came down and scored on both possessions. So it's just little things. That's why you want to move the ball. It's almost like soccer. You want to protect, you want ball possession, so you're in control of things. So that's what's going on. A little bit of too much one-pass shoot at that point. You got to get into an offense, run it around, make Moncton tired on defense. And that's what Moncton's doing to the Storm. They're getting wide open looks like these ones.
So right now, 40% from the field on 14 of 35 for the Storm. And it's also 40% for the Magic from the field, 16 of 40. And leading the way for the Moncton Magic, you've got Corey Allman with 10 points. He has 2 boards. Denzel Taylor, 4 points and 6 boards. And for the Storm, so far, an outstanding game from Devon Maxwell. 14 points, 5 of 8 from the field, and 2 of 3 from 3-point range. So he's off to a fantastic start. They need some other people to step up here a little bit.
Sure, they do. And right now I'm looking, the next 2 minutes is all about flow for the Storm. It's only a 5-point game, but you had the chance, the Storm had the chance to get that to a 10 or 12-point lead, and now they're sitting at a 5-point deficit. So that's basketball, and did Moncton go on their run? And here we go with some kind of a set piece for the Storm.
Stringer on the perimeter. Stringer makes his way in. Teardrop off the window. Wow, great moves by Stringer.
But they had guys moving with purpose on the offensive end, which is crucial.
Let's see if that can get the Storm going a little bit here. 5:17 remaining in the second quarter, and an offensive foul going against Anthony Cox. And boy, it's become a very physical game here this afternoon.
And he's saying that States was in his space. He couldn't get the ball through. But good defense by States.
Ooh, a little bit of an elbow to the face of States maybe, and I'm sure he embellished just a tad.
Maxwell again, that's great play right there.
Here's Stringer. Shot is altered, and Terry Thomas will push it. Thomas, Anderson wide open for 3 points. And boy, Anthony Anderson making it look easy from long range.
Yeah, in the flow, in the rhythm of a fast break, deadly. Oh, nice move by Stringer.
And a foul against Terry Thomas.
Thomas wanted the foul before the shot. Just gave a little hesitation pop in the middle of that drive. Very subtle, but very important. Now Session will come back on to finish this quarter.
So 4:38 remaining in the second quarter, and Andre Stringer will go to the line. Stringer went into this game averaging 18.5 points a contest, 3.6 rebounds, 5.6 assists, shooting 44.7% from the field. And the young man out of LSU making both his shots and gets the Storm to within 4. Terry Thomas, nice move.
Oh,
and a
man.
big-time rejection by Maxwell. Maxwell has it the other way and loses it, gets it back again. As he gets double-teamed under the bucket, wanted a foul. Terry Thomas is shook up a little bit. He's back on his feet. Anderson loses control as he drives, and a foul against Anthony Anderson.
He got hit early. But watch this for a block. Watch this block. Watch how high he is. He is about 11 feet in the air when he hits that ball. I mean, and that's from basically a vertical jump. So, wow, Maxwell can get up.
First shot is good for Anthony Anderson, and Maxwell showing a little bit of everything here, showing that he can knock down the three-point ball rather, and he can block balls as well.
Almond's defense, I'm impressed with Almond's stance and defense too for Moncton.
Wide open, Brad States, iron, Cox brings it down. Anderson, no way. Looking for his third straight 3. Stringer in the key.
Nice
pass to Maxwell, and he is fouled by Cox, who came over the back.
Seeing some that time the Storm made the extra pass to the right side of the wing in Stringer, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and that's how you run a fast break right there. Both teams are fast breaking the basketball very well.
Good first half from Devon Maxwell. Misses that first one. 14 points so far. 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from three-point range. And he's got 1 block to his name.
And you'll see Marcus Bell come back in. You see what kind of a difference he's making on the defensive end of things for the Storm.
And Devon Maxwell misses both of those free throws. Terry Thomas scopes out the situation. Cox back to Thomas. Three-pointer is no good as he lost his balance as Maxwell tried to close him down. And Maxwell having a few words with Terry Thomas. I don't know if those are Christmas greetings, but
I don't think they're comparing, Christmas dinners for sure. But
that's something I saw a lot yesterday watching some of that NBA action. A lot of fouls on closedowns with players making those three-point shots or jump shots.
Yeah, when they're taking the space out, and definitely a new rule. It's affecting things in the NBA, but I mean, they have to protect the shooters. So that's what the rule is. There's a few different things. But like LeBron James finished at the end of the game. I don't know if anybody, the fans, saw that. Like where he did get fouled, the ref didn't call it, and then they can only look at replay with who did the ball go off of.
Right.
So
Tyler Scott Brad States to the line as he makes 1 of 2.
And the Storm missed 3 out of the last 4 foul shots, so got to close this quarter with a flurry here at home.
Anderson Push it around the perimeter. 9 on the shot clock. Jennings baseline, kicks it out. Anderson wide open. Off the iron. Marcus Bell. He's got another rebound.
Credit to the Storm. They're defending that half-court set a little bit better than they did in the first part of this quarter.
Maxwell in there, gets his own rebound and puts it in. What a game so far for Devon Maxwell.
16 points, and he missed his last 2 free throws. So, I mean, he could have been up to close to 20 here.
Allman catch and shoot, and he drains it.
You cannot leave him for a second, and the Storm are finding out why. So Allman, one of the great shooters in the league, just his release, his stroke, his rhythm.
Session will try it. No good. States has that rebound. States taking it back in the paint, muscles his way in, and he is fouled by Denzel Taylor.
Yeah, and he just was consistent with his drive, and Coach Salerno not impressed with that.
Brad State's giving Coach Kendrick some real valuable minutes off the bench.
Sure he is, yeah. He's just doing things better than he was in his first year. His first year was a learning experience. He's penetrating better. His jump shot looks faster and crisper.
So 49-44. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Jennings, spin move, can't maintain possession. It'll be Storm ball.
Good defense by Maxwell, baiting him to go right, and he was there, and then just couldn't handle. Jennings couldn't handle the twirl around back to his left hand.
He played here for the Storm 2015-16. Turnover,
Gets
Jennings
him back.
Over to Allman, and a layup. And the Moncton Magic looks like they're going to finish off this first half in fine fashion.
Yeah, and I just don't see the need of a. All these players know you can't make a post-entry pass from the top of the basketball court to the post, and that's what happened. There needed to be somebody in the 3 spot. You passed to the 3 spot, and they entered into the post. What's the benefit of that? So, just little things.
There's a bucket there for the Storm.
Yeah, good. Stringer's doing a good job of getting his team buckets when they need them.
Anderson in the corner. Jennings in the key. And that's a foul against Devon Maxwell, I think.
Yeah, and I actually like the referees, the little red thing on the referees, because I think a lot of the times that color gets mixed up between the fans and the refs, and they end up throwing the ball to the ref. So now you're not going to, nobody's going to throw the ball to somebody wearing that kind of an outfit.
Yeah, you would hope not. Yeah, that's a very distinct top that they're wearing there with the red shoulders. So timeout called, and it is 51-46 in favor of the Moncton Magic over the Island Storm. And not the second quarter that you wanted from the Storm.
No, I mean, this time of year, you know, where you take a little break, you're feeling good. I mean, they've got a lot of energy for this game. I talked to a couple of the players. They're ready to go. Sometimes you just got to get back to basics, and you got to get back to defending the basketball and making sure that, you know, you just do it by association. And because in that game, you can be as hyped as you want to be, but when you step out there after a few days off and you're eating turkey and there's a lull. And that second quarter was when they found that lull. Boom, your legs go, you can't get to the ball, you want to sprint, and you're only in about 70%. That you got to run that stuff out of your system. So expect the third quarter to be crisper for both teams too.
And right now, both these teams, they've turned the ball over 8 times apiece, but the Magic, they have 11 points on those 8 turnovers from the Island Storm. So they've capitalized a little bit on some ill-advised passing and some
and they
questionable decisions, I guess you could say.
They have 11 points I mean, we're only at halftime, so I mean, to get 11 points, that's 5 baskets. But it's the pressure that it's put on the defense that they have to sprint back. The Storm have to sprint back, and they waste a lot of energy trying to defend the basket. Even though they got 11 points, it was very worthwhile for the Storm. And their fast break looks looks very good tonight.
So 1:12 remaining here in this second quarter from the Eastlink Center.
And I think the Magic can have really counterpunched today. So after a miss, they've always kind of scored to follow up. So they're really counterpunching, and that's what you have to do on the road.
Thomas up high for Anderson. 5 on the shot clock. Session against Anderson. Anderson gets it stripped.
Shot clock violation.
Shot clock, yes, against Moncton.
Because we were just watching to see if there was a tip, then they'd get the ball back. But there would have been no time in the shot clock anyway.
Just under a minute remaining in this first half, 57 seconds to be exact.
Big possession for the Storm right here.
Session.
There's no room.
Double team. Marcus Bell, as he has
no movement.
Taylor defending him, and Bell threw that one away.
See, that's what happens when there's no movement, and that screen was too close to the sidelines, and there was just 4 guys in that area. It's not the best place to set a screen. You got to go away. You got to take your man away if you're the 5 guy.
Anderson, little pocket pass attempt there for Taylor, no good. States is fouled by Jennings.
Very good play. That's a good counter punch. See, we talked about the Storm is almost leading the league in steals at almost 10 a game, and that's what it does for you. A steal right there, a turnover on the other side, a steal on your side, starts a fast break in this league. Boom, and good things are going to happen.
Yeah, you mentioned the steals, almost 10 to be exact, 9.7. So they have that part of their game down pat as States misses his first of 2, and this has been a real issue for this Storm team. You know, shooting from the free throw line.
So that's 1 out of 5 for the last 5 or 6 for the last few possessions at the line. You got to bend your legs. When you're not feeling good at the foul line, just bend your legs. Get a little bit deeper into that start of that flow.
8 of 14 from the charity stripe here this afternoon so far for the Storm.
3 seconds left. Oh, no.
Give it away, wrong guy to give it away to, and Anthony Anderson almost hit a three-pointer. And so after 2 quarters of basketball, the Magic really took over in the second quarter. They lead 51-46. And Island Storm, you go back in there and regroup. What are you trying to say if you're Tim Kendrick to get your team back on board here?
Well, you say enough getting hyped up for this game. Let's go back and play as a unit. Let's go back and do the things that you're supposed to do. Just do your job. Get to your spots. We need more movement on offense. Your defense looks pretty good, but you need to do a better job in that third quarter. There's some real big things to work on. I think this Storm team could have easily had a 10 to 12 point lead at this point. Now they're down 5. So if you're Moncton, you're doing a good job on the road. You need to clean up a few things defensively, and the Storm are getting to your basket on one-on-one situations. So everybody needs to do a better job if you're Moncton at defending their own player.
So we're at the break, and the Moncton Magic, they have themselves a 51-46 lead over the Island Storm. We'll step out. We'll come back with third quarter action in about 14 minutes' time. Welcome back, everybody. And we're about a minute away from getting third quarter action underway. The Island Storm, they trail the Moncton Magic 51-46. And what's the one thing you take away from that first half of basketball, Gord, that really stands out for you?
Well, the thing is, you expect sloppiness this time of year, especially in the first quarter. That's got to go away now. Okay, you've had a quarter to get under your belt. You gotta pick up the things, reduce the turnovers, the needless turnovers, and just shoot your jump shots into the rhythm of the offense for both these teams. And Moncton did a little bit better of a job on the road doing that. The Storm will figure it out in this third quarter.
So right now the Storm, 17 of 42 from the field, shooting 40.5%. The Magic, 19 of 48, shooting 39.6% from the field. And free throws, that has been a major issue for this Storm team this season. They've lost a couple of games this season just based on poor performance from the charity stripe. And right now, not looking good. 8 of 14, 57.1% from the free throw line. In terms of turnovers, 10 apiece. Moncton, they've got 11 points off those 10 Island Storm turnovers. And in the rebound department, fairly even, 29-28 in favor of the Storm. In terms of scorers, you've got Devon Maxwell. He has had a fantastic game. Scored 16 points. He's 6 of 10 from the field. He made a block shot. He's got 3 boards. He's been phenomenal here for the Storm. Without him, who knows what the lead would be for Moncton.
Exactly. He gave his team a chance to play badly. And now it's time for them to step up and do what they know they can. I mean, it's just not playing badly. It's just maybe a shot doesn't go in and you're out of position and poof. But let's see if they can get into a rhythm, set some down screens here, and get the ball moving.
So we're underway, third quarter action from the Eastlink Center. Here's Stringer. He had a solid first half for the Storm. Gets double teamed inside for Bell in the post for Devon Maxwell, and he gets hacked.
And a great start.
Anthony Stewart, Al Stewart, excuse me, I'll get it right here. He gets tagged with the foul. And Maxwell makes the first of 2.
So we just brought up our live chat too on YouTube. So if you want to ask us any questions to Peter and I as we're playing this third quarter, feel free. Let us know what you're doing today and where you're watching the game from.
Hope everyone had a very good Christmas. And that attempt there from Williams can't convert. Stringer from long range hit the iron. Marcus Bell with a rebound. Tried the hook shot, left it short.
He's lucky he didn't pick up a foul there, trying to get to that ball. So
Terry Thomas, he's asking for a pick here. Al Stewart trying to turn the corner, and Stringer fouls the veteran Al Stewart.
And Stewart is so good at that. He just turned the corner, put the ball up on the rim very softly, and he's done that his whole career. Just if you give him that first step, he's going to find a way to score.
And he's played a lot more this season than he did last year for the Island Storm for Joe Salerno. He was coming off the bench a lot last season, and this year he's a full-out starter. So he makes a three-point play, 54-47. Early going of the third quarter. Maxwell kicks it out. Stringer, his three-point attempt bounces around. Terry Thomas with the board. Anderson to Stewart, thought about shooting. Terry Thomas on the perimeter, but a foul against the Moncton Magic, and Anthony Cox is pleading his case to no avail. So Bell and Cox go back at it in the post. Johnson, three-point range, window and in.
I saw the look of that ball. I was like, I started to shake my head because it was a perfect angle from the booth, and then I didn't see the bank. He was trying to bank that in.
Terry Thomas working against Maxwell.
And Maxwell's got good length on Terry Thomas driving.
Cox, wow, that was a muscle move by Cox.
He's fired up.
Yeah, on Bell. They've been going at it. Hammer and tongs here this afternoon. They're going at it again.
Yeah.
Bell tries to make the move, and Cox, he gets called for the foul, and Cox is a little upset. Al Stewart has to come in and calm him down a bit.
Yeah, we'll see it again.
And that's Johnson with a three-point shot.
Yeah, that's a great replay there.
Session, Marcus Bell with that mid-range jumper. Session gets it. He's got 4 Moncton players around him, and Tim Kendrick is holding his head like he can't believe there wasn't a foul call against Session.
We're starting to get some shout outs in. Thanks, Mad Dog Design Studios. Great game. Saturn Space. Commenting that Chris Johnson might be an underrated player. Yes, very underrated.
He's a pro's pro. There's no doubt about that. Here's Johnson in the post. Kicks it out. Stringer. Nice move. Kicks it out one more time. Johnson for 3 again.
Yeah. There
Big
you go.
time.
And they needed somebody to step up.
Anderson baseline move. And Session couldn't get his mitts on that rebound. So we saw in, I think it was the second quarter, back-to-back misses on three-point plays by Chris Johnson. He's got that three-point shot working here.
Well, he missed a bunch in the first half. Remember we talked about him, he shot a couple of them out of the flow of the offense. Those first 2 were in the flow of the offense, and you need, it doesn't matter if a shot banked in off the roof, it's still going to give you confidence. And that's what happened there. His second shot was pure.
Maxwell, little hook shot, gets it back again. Maxwell,
he's working.
And Williams takes it off the glass. Bell gets tangled up with Al Stewart. Stewart puts it on the floor.
Oh, boys. Maxwell,
little bit of a block
talking.
party there, yes. Maxwell
Oh,
knocked that one
man.
away. Oh, Stringer.
Can't finish.
Bell there to back him up, and he gets it. And they'll head to the line.
And I don't know if you felt the earth shake in Charlottetown.
Wow.
But it might have with these fans erupting.
And that got the bench, the Storm bench, they got off their seats. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, man. What a neat...
Hopefully we'll get another look at...
Good defense leads to good offense, and that's what you saw there. Maxwell started with a big block, leads to a fast break, a few broken ankles, and a three-point play.
So we're tied at 56. Thomas in the key. That's a tough shot. Loose ball picked up by Maxwell. He is doing everything. Blocking shots. Oh, and a miscue on that pass by Stringer as he attempted to get it to Bell. But Maxwell's doing everything. He's blocking shots. He's rebounding, knocking down threes.
Yeah. But you
take a look at this.
And look at this block coming up here.
That's Maxwell with the block, yeah.
Leads to the fast break. Oh, and there's a crazy broken ankle out of a fast break.
And that's on Terry Thomas, too.
Yeah. But there's nothing he can do because you're on the fast break. I mean, the offensive player has the advantage because he's set. Good Thomas looking at defending hard.
That was an off-balance shot. Almost made it. Al Stewart going coast to coast and loses it, and Maxwell is going to be charged with a foul here.
Oh, and Coach Kendrick is covering what little hair he has left on his head. He does not, oh yeah, he is not happy. Because Maxwell is trying to get out of the way. So, but you see it at both ends. I think the refs are doing a good job of keeping it even on both sides. So you might disagree with individual calls, but they're controlling the flow of this basketball game.
Third foul of the afternoon for Devon Maxwell. Al Stewart makes the first.
And we were hearing from Benjamin Maxwell. Thanks a lot for writing in and being part of the broadcast again. This is This is a rivalry between these two teams. Demetrius Harris talking. Thanks a lot for reaching out. Audley Stevenson watching the game from Ontario, the deputy commissioner.
58-56. Magic lead Stringer into the paint for Johnson. Stays with it. Gets it back again, and he's fouled by Taylor. Oh, hold on a second.
They calling that an offensive foul.
That's an offensive foul? And did he tee up somebody with the Storm?
No.
And Tim Kendrick approaching the official here to get clarification. Wow, there's a whole load of confusion here. Am I crazy, or was that not a foul underneath the bucket against Moncton?
I think they called a push-off. I think they called...
Let's see it here.
And look at this pass. Look at that. Led his player. 1 shot, 2 shots.
What?
I don't know where it was.
Wow, I don't know where that foul was. And the officials, they're having a bit of a board meeting here.
Great replay action. Again, you guys in the truck.
Got a solid view of what took place there underneath the bucket.
Technical foul.
And the officials are still talking. I don't even think the officials know what to call here. Okay, they've done their board meeting. What's the situation?
Looks like they're about to get ready to go on their pirate ship.
Tim Kendrick is very confused. I'm confused, and I think some of the fans here are confused as Tim Kendrick is getting an explanation. Right now you have Johnson to the line. And I'm not too sure if that was a technical foul against Moncton. I'm totally confused here.
Now they'll shoot the technicals.
And this will be the technicals here. So the foul was on Johnson,
yeah,
and then a technical foul against the Island Storm.
There must have been something where he flipped the ball, or I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either, yeah. Okay, so Anderson will shoot this technical.
Something maybe for taunting about maybe having his hands out.
And there you see Lonnie states he's got to bring Coach Kendrick off the ledge.
Lonnie states, that's it, the good, the peacekeeper.
So 59-58, Magic leading. Al Stewart.
This is going to be a breakdown.
Al Stewart against Bell. Gets it across for Anderson. Good defense there from Maxwell.
Yeah.
Maxwell saying that it went off Anderson last.
I think it did.
And that'll be Magic ball. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Yeah, looking for, this would be a big stop if the Storm can get it.
Jennings got to do something in a hurry. Well short of the bucket. There's Taylor.
And that's a big stop because of momentum. That technical foul could change momentum. And the Storm get it. So coming out of this, I'm looking for a nice offensive set here down the other end.
And the fans getting into it here at the Eastlink Center. Session, oh, nice move, drives, and he is hacked and whacked. I believe that was number 5, Denzel Taylor.
He's just methodical at taking somebody. You know you're going to get ridden to the basket here. You just don't know how to defend it. Just he's got skills, and I'm looking for a big rest of the game from Mr. Session.
That was Al Stewart who had the foul against him, and he'll go and
this is that free throw.
Take a seat. And this has been the story of the afternoon. Just missed opportunities at the charity stripe for the Storm. Second attempt here from Session, and he gets that one. So right now, Island Storm shooting just 63.2% from the free throw line. Anderson, Corey Allman, hook shot, no good. Loose ball picked up by Session.
What a rebound.
Session's gonna run the court. Oh, nice finger roll. Franklin Session going coast to coast. Anderson wants to reply off the window and in. And it's really heating up here at the Eastlink Center. 61 apiece. Marcus Bell back the other way. There's Johnson as he follows up.
Starting to heat up is right.
Pace is really picked up here.
With this 101 set here, is Anderson going to take him?
Anderson down the lane. Marcus Bell doing a great job defensively. That pass picked up by Thomas Anderson. Nice fake.
Oh, that could be huge because numbers the other way.
Can't make the bucket. Johnson, Stringer, spins, and Session.
That's
He'll
a good
just
idea.
slow it down just
We're
a bit. It was
just
getting kind
watching.
of like helter-skelter.
This is going up.
And Maxwell tried to make his way inside the paint and is fouled. And
yeah, that was a good idea for them to bring it out and reset. So much action happening each way with these teams. That was a great finish by Nitty.
so a timeout called by the Storm, and they will chat things over. Yeah, as you mentioned, a real smart move by Session. Just slow it down a little bit here. Seemed like both teams were trying to force something, and then the opportunity for the easy bucket for the Magic the other way. And I know Joe Salerno, he's a little upset.
Yeah, there's been some good action. A few less subs here in this third quarter to start. We're at the 5:29 mark, and I think the coaches are kind of just, each coach is not really able to catch their breath, and they're just a little bit tight, and they're letting these guys play, and they're waiting for that decisive run. And you're going to see a run. It's a 5 or 6 point run that means a big deal in this game. So everybody's on the edge of their seat.
Anthony Anderson, who missed that easy lay-in, he right now has 17 points. And he's 4 of 12 from the field, 7 of 7 at the charity stripe, 2 of 7 from three-point land. He has 17 points, as does Devon Maxwell. So there are the two big guns offensively in this game for their respective teams.
Yeah, there is so much going on in this basketball game. This is the type of thing where you get in the NBL. I'm telling you, get out to a game. The atmosphere in here has just been electric from the beginning. This crowd's into it now. It's going back both ways. That was the loudest I've heard this place all season. Kind of once you hit the Christmas break, listen, it becomes basketball season in your neighborhood. So Moncton fans, get out there and see this team. They are a good team. Charlottetown fans too, get into this building. It's a good place to take your family. Kids are doing all kinds of stuff.
And just a reminder, next game for the Island Storm, home game here at the Eastlink Center, New Year's Eve, December the 31st, 2 p.m. The Halifax Hurricanes will come to town. Then January the 6th, at the Eastlink Center again, it'll be the Storm hosting the Windsor Express. That's a 7 p.m. start right here, and we will have those games for you on YouTube. Get your tickets, Eastlink Center box office. You can phone them, 902-629-6622, or info@eastlinkcenterpei.com. So get your tickets. Don't pass up an opportunity to see some great basketball that you can see right here in the NBL.
That's good. That's good free throw mechanics right there. He's down a little bit low, just follows up, smooth rhythm all the way to the top. So, did you see that, Benjamin?
Storm by 4. 5:21 remaining in the third quarter. Corey Allman, he's had a solid game for the Magic. Terry Thomas, fadeaway J, makes it.
Makes the contacts. He gets space off the contact and releases softly. Beautiful. DeMar DeRozan is another one who does a shot similar to that in the NBA.
Dyke Jr. into the game.
Good decision.
Jennings watching him into the low post for Johnson. Turns it over, and Corey Allman almost gave it away. Anderson wants to settle things down. Session in his grill. Off a screen. Allman, he got OC up in the air,
Yeah.
and he hits that one.
So you can't enter the ball into the post from the top in this league. Very rarely are you able to do that. And we've seen it in the first half and here. So that's 2 turnovers.
Chris Johnson. Von Maxwell is going to try for 3, and he's going to make 3. Wow, what a game Von Maxwell has had here this afternoon. Back the other way is Anderson, off the window and in for the deuce.
Yeah, this is a game. So I would go back to Maxwell, let him create a little bit, get him in the open position, maybe bring him off a screen or 2.
Session.
Good shot, good jump shot there.
In the corner, Allman. Wow, nothing but net on that one from Corey Allman.
And he'd been quiet up to now in this 3rd quarter, but now you're in trouble. You got to make sure you check and find Allman off of a fast break or a secondary break.
Crossover by Maxwell, puts up the floater and makes it.
What a great player. I mean, doing everything for the Storm. Again, carrying his team through, keeping the Moncton runs very small, even though Moncton's playing great. There's another open jump shot.
Allman again off a screen. Allman is heating up. He's feeling it.
You can't get stuck on simple down screens. I mean, you've got to figure out a way and watch that game tape and make sure that you don't get caught on the best shooter in the NBL right now.
Terry Thomas, bounce pass, and 2 points for Jennings.
You've got to start thinking timeout too. If Storm miss and Moncton scores here, expect a timeout.
Magic by 5, 75-70. Into the post, Maxwell backing down his man, that's Jennings. And a rebound goes to Terry Thomas.
You need to stop here.
Anderson.
To the defense.
Session all over him, wide open, Terry Thomas. Making it look easy, bam.
And there's the timeout I just called about 45 seconds ago. Undisciplined team defense after a timeout, and Moncton came back and pounded you solid on your home court. So a lack of communication, and you got to figure that out because this league is too good to let shooters shoot open jump shots uncontested, and that'll drive every team nuts. So get together in a timeout and figure it out.
Wow, Terry Thomas, he could have read the New York Post or New York Times, had a couple of donuts and a double-double.
Yeah.
He still would have been able to make that shot. He had all kinds of time there.
No, and then Allman hit a shot, penetration to the basket. What is the Storm taking away in this 3rd quarter? With three minutes left to go, this is the time where that defense has to come down and set itself, and it abandoned you. So you know Moncton has been disciplined, doing the same down screen all game long. There's no point that you don't understand or can't defend it. So got to talk about it and figure out if you're switching, if you're chasing, or if you're going underneath the screen.
So Corey Allman, we talked about how hot he has been this season. And right now, 5 of 8 from three-point land. He has 23 points in this game. And on the season, he had been averaging going into this one 9.1 points.
And you see, what that says to me is that other teams are taking away what Corey Allman does. And tonight, he hit that first 1 or 2 shots, and then it started, there it is, where he sets his feet, and it's just a simple, beautiful release. And again, starting a fast break there. So they're getting, now you've got to really turn this around. Run some principles on offense that you want to run, and make sure that you're communicating on defense there.
So the Magic got on a bit of a roll there. And we'll see how the Storm can respond. 2:30 remaining in the 3rd. I'm glad you can join Gord, myself, and the entire crew. Great Boxing Day game that we have here. Tyler Scott back into the game, and he is knocked down, and Scott will go to the charity stripe.
And good penetration by Scott, just entering the game now. So, and they're bringing him in so they can extend the defense too, so he can get his own kind of hotness here.
Right down the lane, and there you see the foul against Jennings. Jennings getting called for the foul, rather.
And that's a big foul shot to stop a run.
And they, down the stretch here, 2:21 remaining in the third and the fourth quarter, they've got to take advantage of their attempts at the charity stripe. They have not been able to get the ball, sink the ball down at the charity stripe, and
so
have to change that.
As a coach here, I'm just watching that everybody does their job.
Oh, they weren't doing the job on defense there. In the paint was Jennings, and he just split the D and gets 2. Stringer. Maxwell lost it momentarily. Tyler Scott, that's a long-range 3. Tyler Scott making it.
Huge three-pointer for the Storm there, and Tyler Scott's done that before recently here at home too.
Session, he gets a little help defensively from Maxwell in transition, and Dyke Jr. couldn't lay that one in.
Nice defense, nice defense.
Oh, Corey Allman making a smart play there as he got Devon Maxwell in the air.
Yeah, and that is a veteran move. Just went to take him left, brought him back for the shot. The defense comes out, and you've done your job. Don't go any closer to that shooter.
Here's a fan not happy with the ref, but that was an obvious call against the Storm. And you mentioned it, Gord. Real smart veteran move by Allman. Get his man in the air, and he heads to the stripe.
Yeah, and this is having a great game. And I think I said that in the first quarter. I was like, ooh, he hit his first one. I was like, ooh, they're going to be in trouble tonight. Because when a shooter on the other side gets hot on the road, that's difficult for a home team. Now they're going to be, he's putting up 25 points here tonight. And then we got another quarter to go. So Corey Allman potentially has a chance to score 35 points tonight on the road. So hard to plan that in your game plan.
And if you're Coach Salerno, you're happy about that. Takes the pressure off of Terry Thomas and Al Stewart and Anthony Anderson.
So you got to be kind of...
Stringer bombs away. Missed that one severely. Kept in. It goes off of Taylor. And that should be Storm ball. Yes, it is Storm ball. 9 on the shot clock.
And you got to be trying to get Tyler Scott the ball. Simple penetrating pitch. With 1 minute left to go here, you're down 8.
Get it up high for Session. Stringer. Al Stewart working on him. Former defensive player of the year in the NBL. Here's Tyler Scott open. That's in and out rebound. And Taylor has it, and Al Stewart.
Man, did Al Stewart ever do a good job of taking away Stringer's right hand. Wow.
Stewart comes to the elbow. 10 on the shot clock, kicks it out for Thomas. Hits iron. Session has the rebound.
So 2-for-1 chance here.
82-74 Magic in front of the Storm. As Session gets converged upon and then finds the open man in Dyke Jr.
What a great pass.
Boy, was he ever swarmed by 3 Magic players, Franklin Session, but he found the open man.
10 seconds to shoot, no shot clock.
Jennings, and drills that one.
That's a good shot because it went.
And that's going to do it.
Oh, that went in.
Stringer from midcourt.
That's why you don't shoot with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. What a shot. Stringer gets the ball. Boys, he put that about 100 feet in the air.
My goodness. Get out of town.
Oh,
Andre
man.
Stringer from midcourt. That's a massive 3 when things were not looking too good for the Island Storm.
Wow.
Take a look at it here, folks. He's in Storm territory when he takes that. Never mind from midcourt.
It almost hit the lighting crew on the top of the Eastlink Center.
Mamma mia. So now we'll see if that gives the Storm some confidence going into the third quarter, or excuse me, the fourth quarter. They did not look good at times in that third quarter. The start wasn't very good, that's for sure.
No. And, you know, they did a good job of – Tim Kendrick did a good job of calling a timeout with 3 minutes left to go in that quarter, and the Storm came out and did their jobs as pros. So, good timeout there. Coach Salerno had a good timeout at the 5-minute mark of that quarter, and they were counter-punching. Now, to end that game, Jennings took a shot with 6 seconds left to go, and that is not the time to take a shot. You have to wait another 2 or 3 seconds. The Storm were late inbounding the ball too, but it doesn't matter. You don't want the other team to have the ball at the end of a quarter, and that is exactly why. Whew. And 5-point game.
And the Storm not shooting the ball particularly well from the field as they go into this fourth quarter. 27 of 68 from the field, 39.7%. That's not very good. Meanwhile, Magic 31 of 71, 43.7%. In terms of scores in this game, you've got for the Magic, we talked about Corey Allman. He's got 25 points in this game. 9 of 16 from the field, 5 of 8 from three-point range, 2 boards. And Devon Maxwell, 24 points on 8 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 from three-point range. And he's got 7 boards.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of the highlights happen here, and there's so many things that happen. What a great highlight package this team is putting together here. Look at this pass.
That was the pass where the 3 Moncton Magic players surrounded Session. He found Dyke Jr.
Yeah, Demetrius Harris picked up on that on the YouTube feed. Thanks a lot. We see that.
So here we go. Final quarter of this one, 84-79 in favor of the Moncton Magic.
Yeah. Now the Storm are actually in a good position.
Stringer finds Bell on the baseline. Puts it in for 2.
And Al Stewart took away that right hand. Stringer knew it was coming. Bang, back to the left, makes a great pass.
Jennings.
There's better defense. So they're putting Session on Almond to take away that shooter.
Tyler Scott trying to defend Stewart. Almond. And Almond, boy, he can do no wrong here this afternoon.
Wow, that was legit footwork. It didn't need much space.
Stringer gets around one man, takes it right to the bucket.
Stringer's so smart offensively. He knows Al Stewart's overplaying that right side and just put it on the floor going left. Wow.
Terry Thomas off the screen. In the corner, Almond.
You're in trouble, and I've said this before.
Wow.
Go back and listen to the tape because this kid can get hot, and he's just doing that.
Corey Almond having quite the afternoon as Marcus Bell is fouled by Anthony Cox. They've been going at it all afternoon long. But boy, Corey Almond.
And Coach Salerno brought him in and wanted him. I know he did for those reasons right there. I mean, he's unconscious, and it's not a fluke. He practices that stuff, and once a shooter gets a little sniff of confidence, running off a screen or two, you can put up 35. Amazing, amazing game. I should have readjusted my predictions to 40.
Well, he's got 31 right now, Gord. So he's on the verge of having a 40-point afternoon. Cox and Bell going at it, mano a mano. Anderson tried to find Cox.
What a pass.
And back the other way, Tyler Scott.
Wow, he ran the floor hard, man.
And he wanted to push.
Yeah. So, Almond's in the left corner. Pay attention to that. Can't
Al
help.
Stewart.
Frank Sessions showed help, but knew he couldn't help.
Dyke Jr. takes that pass from Tyler Scott.
Look at the fight in there. Marcus Bell.
Couldn't get the deuce. Bell was there. Get that loose ball. Stringer from
deep.
way downtown. That's in. Woo. Massive three-pointer from Stringer. He hit that bomb.
Salerno's looking for a timeout right now because he wants to stop this crazy momentum.
Stringer hit that bomb before the third quarter ended from, I don't know, from New Brunswick somewhere, and then he comes up with another three-pointer.
And he's so deep on these shots. Look, that's good 6 feet behind the three-point line.
That was a 416 area code.
I hope you're watching this game because it doesn't get any better than this in basketball. Two great teams competing. They want this bad. You know, it's what's neat about this game is that someone like Corey Almond comes on, and he normally somebody gets that hot, it's lights out for the other team, game over, pack it in, we run on the road. But the Storm keep counter punching. They keep saying, nope, 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 we're going to come back at you. And that's all you want from a basketball game. And we've got it. We're basically starting over here with 9:46 left to go.
And Stringer, 20 points this afternoon. He's got, let's see, 7 of 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 2 boards, and he's got 4 assists. He's got 4 fouls, though, as does Devon Maxwell. So that'll be a bit of a concern here with 9:46 remaining in this contest for the Island Storm. And Corey Allman remains at 31 points. Anthony Anderson, 19 points, 5 of 14 from the field. He has 5 dimes. And Terry Thomas, the former Island Storm player, with 12 points on 5 of 13 from the field. So this is going to go right down to the wire, it appears here, Gord.
Yeah, and I think Terry Thomas is going to be. You're watching people on this team. Anderson is still resting, so they're running their point guards. Magic are running their point guard stuff through Al Stewart, sorry. But watch for Anderson to come on because towards the end of the game, he can take over and he knows what his team needs. So,
as you mentioned before, fourth quarter is usually Anthony Anderson time. He kind of defers to some of his other teammates, and then he decides to take over a game in the fourth quarter. So he's not out on the court here right yet, but you can be sure that he's going to get plenty of time before this one's over.
Oh, my goodness.
Al Stewart, somebody missed an assignment there, and Al Stewart drives for the hoop and gets 2.
Well, everybody's so focused on where Corey Almond is that, you know, you have Al Stewart, you got a guy who scored in the 2,000-point club in this league. You can't leave him.
92-89 Magic. Session. Almond trying to lock him down. Bell. Dyke Jr.
Nice job.
Little spin move. Gets it to Bell. Mid-range J. No good.
Nice closeout by Stringer.
Almond gets the, or excuse me, that was Cox gets the return pass. Floater by Terry Thomas.
Oh, big
no
rebound.
Good. Big rebound. Dyke Jr. Bounce pass. Tyler Scott lays it in.
Listen, Torrance did a great job there. Put it on the floor once, made sure he got that pass through where the defense couldn't get it. And you got the best shooter on the court finishing the layup. So watch for Tyler Scott the next couple of possessions here.
Al Stewart gets into the key, kicks it out. Jennings, and he makes that shot.
Yeah, good penetration again, finding your shooters.
So it's 95-91. Magic by 4 here. 8:09 remaining in the fourth. Stringer, he's had a strong game. Stops, pops, drops it.
He's playing a really high level of basketball, Stringer is. Session on, they're switching that screen, so Almond gets it there. Oh.
Shot off the iron, loose ball. Bell gets it, takes it back the other way. Dyke Jr. throws it up, and Marcus Bell with a 2-hand jam.
Wow, that's what he does. He's the Energizer Bunny, kids.
That got everybody off their seats here at the Eastlink Center. Tied at 95. And Dyke Jr. with the foul on Jennings.
Late call. And watch this because he just corrals it, gets it to a guard. Just a simple, like, that's 2 possessions in a row where Dyke Jr. has made really great passes in a fast break situation. So shout out to him and the way he's playing at a very, very high level.
He's made a major contribution coming off the bench here. Only 4 points, but he's done a lot of those little things that you need in a game.
Yeah. Oh, that just didn't look comfortable. Jennings from the foul line.
Jennings just acquired recently by the Magic, and Coach Salerno knows him from his time here at the Storm. Very versatile player.
Yeah.
And he makes the second of 2.
Makes them even better.
Stringer. Dyke Jr. stays in the game, working on Denzel Taylor. Oh, good vision by Dyke Jr. as he finds Nitty down low.
It's another great pass.
Anderson swings it over for Jennings. He gets Dyke Jr. to get up in the air. Misses on that shot attempt. And Maxwell wants to take it up the court. He'll hold up a bit.
And he's fresh, right? He just got in the game too. He wants to go. He's got all kinds of step in his pop.
In the paint against Jennings. And Jennings will get charged with the foul.
Yeah, great take to get back into the game and do something productive right away. Having just a great game, so.
And for Jennings, that's his 4th foul of the game. And he will come out, coming back in, will be number 21, Jeremy Williams. And Devon Maxwell makes the first one. Talked about the poor free throw shooting from the Storm here. Shooting 63%.
Yeah.
And Maxwell makes 2 big free throws. 6:37 remaining in the 4th. 3-point lead for the Storm. Taylor gives it to Al Stewart. Stewart moves in, and big time rejection is there again. Dyke Jr. comes up and makes the block on Al.
Yeah, good take, good defense.
10 on the shot clock.
Got to stay on this.
Anderson off a screen. Misses that one. Big time. It goes off a Storm player. They're saying it went off of Maxwell. So it'll be Magic ball, but there's only 1 second left on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's Anderson was trying to fight the shot clock there. That's why he released. Oh, man. Oh!
That's Devon Maxwell.
Wow. That was crucial.
Big time block by Maxwell. That looked like a short bucket for the Magic. And it was denied by Devon Maxwell, and now he gets double teamed down low. Foul against the Magic.
And I started to make the, they got jimmied on a sideline out of bounds play. And then out of nowhere.
Here's the first block.
And that was a great save by Dyke Jr. Watch this, just slips the screen. And then Maxwell's there to get, that's not easy to do.
So the Storm playing some solid defense in that sequence. Up by 3.
So 10 seconds of shot clock. Nitty's getting his
feet ready.
Woof.
Oh, nice move on Terry Thomas. Turnaround jumper.
Oh, man.
Drains that one huge.
Oh, damn.
You know he means business when he wipes off the bottom of his shoes. He's ready to roll.
That was so good.
Anderson, that's a tough shot. He was off balance. And then a turnover. Just when things were looking good. Ill-advised turnover by the Storm.
Wait for your guards.
Inside for Taylor, and he'll jam that one.
Yeah. It's a big basket for them. Again, just make sure of your fast breaks. It's fun to play free, but there's some time where you gotta just bring it back out.
Dyke Jr. Maxwell working on Taylor, not much on the shot clock. And
wow, that was a crazy offensive rebound and putback, all in the same motion. And he's going to get fouled. He's going to the line for 2 shots. That is impossible to do. I mean, he caught the ball going away from the basket, flicked it, and gets fouled at the same time. Like, that's so skilled.
And that's now 14 points on the afternoon for Franklin Session. He's had a good game, but it's kind of a quiet game. Would that be correct? I don't know. That's just my observation. He makes the second one here.
Well, yeah, he hasn't tried to penetrate as much as he normally did. That's because Moncton has taken away some of his lanes. Like Anderson and Al Stewart are good, really good good defenders.
Jeremy Williams with 3.
So he hasn't been forcing it. So, and that's good. He's playing within the rhythm. He's finding the guys who are open.
Storm by 2, 4:34 remaining. Another turnover, back the other way. Anderson too strong off the glass, but he's fouled. And he will shoot 2. So, wow, last little while, a couple of ill-advised passes, and it's cost us.
I want to see some more. I want to see some more down screen and some more action on the weak side for the Storm team, especially to end games with. You need guys interchanging and moving, and they're standing, and that's why the Moncton defense is able to set on the ball going to the basket. So somebody tipped the ball from behind, causing a turnover.
Well, the Storm, they've had their problems at the charity stripe. Moncton hasn't. 93.3%. And right there, you've got Anthony Anderson making both.
Yeah, so I'm looking for action here. I want to see what the Storm does in this set.
The alley, and it's picked up by Thomas, saves it, gets it right to Anderson, and he'll slow the pace down a little bit here. Terry Thomas in the key, Thomas with the nice layup.
Yeah, and that's the difference. You can't take high risk shot or passes right now. Get something set.
Scott. Allman trying to lock him down. Scott for 3! Tyler Scott, young man from Halifax, showing he can play the pro game.
Oh, man, that was so good.
106-105. Anderson can't make that shot. Allman wide open. Corey Allman, mamma mia.
And Williams with a huge rebound for the Moncton Magic underneath to make that happen. So
he is just hitting everything here this evening.
Yeah, and it's hard to defend that off. An offensive rebound goes back out. The shooter's receiving the pass from around the basket, and then it just has to fire it. Best way to shoot a basketball is from your post out.
Session working on Thomas. Gets double teamed, and Denzel Taylor came over the back of Session.
Yeah, he's doing what his team needs. His team needs controlled penetration, and Frank Session is going to do that right now. But now you've got big problems. Now, Almond hot during a game is one thing, but Almond hot in the last 3 minutes is quite something else. So make sure you find out where number 3 is for the Magic. Just been unconscious tonight.
Session makes both of his 3 throw shots. Corey Allman with 34 points in this game. Williams, hot pass for Terry Thomas on the elbow. Inside, Thomas tried to force one to Taylor.
Find your guard here, Maxwell. Find him. Guard should be coming to the ball. And very well done. So you want your ones to have the ball. Session.
Tyler Scott for the tray. Back-to-back threes for Tyler Scott. 111-108. He's looking good.
TS is in the house today, baby.
Double team on Anderson. Williams almost lost it.
You You got to play tough D right here.
Looking for Thomas, baseline.
Oh,
that was Thomas. A nice reverse by Thomas. That was a difficult reverse by Thomas.
You got to get Tyler Scott open here. This is where you want to go down screen on the weak side.
Maxwell in the key, floats one up, and one.
Wow. And that is so good body control. Mr. Maxwell, what a game, baby.
Devon Maxwell. That's 28 points for Maxwell as he heads to the line to try to wrap up the three-point play here.
And without Tyler Scott getting hot, that lane wouldn't be there the two possessions before. So everybody's, again, like just the way they're looking for Amon on one side, they were looking for Tyler Scott on the other side, opening up lanes.
And then a foul on Denzel Taylor as Devon Maxwell missed the second shot. Wow. And Taylor, I think he threw an elbow. See,
that's his fifth. No.
See if we can take a look at it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Give him a little bit of a forearm shiver, not much. Maybe an Academy Award there is due for Mr. Maxwell, I think.
Yeah, that's...
I'm trying to be kind about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer any of your questions for the next 30 seconds, Peter.
As you hold back your laughter, contain your laughter.
We're having a good time up here today.
Wow. Yeah, I think the Storm got away with one there.
What a game.
Let's see this highlight here. And that's Corey Allman, boy.
And you'll see his footwork. We're going to watch about 5 of his shots. Watch how Anderson's looking for him. Simple penetrating pitch to the corner. He's already caught the ball in position to shoot it and then just has to finish the motion up. That was good for him. He's leaning to the left, and he knows that that's because he's feeling good.
This is the one
shot goes over, reverse footwork. Okay, he's going to set his right foot, left foot, and then shoot the ball. And off of an offensive rebound, Corey Allman drains it. So by that point, your rhythm feels good. Everything feels good. The ball's going in. Again, yeah, amazing highlight package there. Corey Allman, great player.
Wow. So he's had a massive day here this afternoon. Devon Maxwell has really done his job. And this is going right down to the wire here. The Storm trying to make it 5 wins in a row on home court. And the Magic, they're trying to make it 3 wins in a row, coming off 2 big wins against the Cape Breton Highlanders on their home court.
And they're going to start in a line here. So they're going to try to pinch and get the ball into maybe Tyler Scott in the corner. Or right there.
Scott.
No way.
Catch and shoot. Hit the iron. Stringer with the rebound. Session says, hey, let's take our time here.
They can burn 20 seconds off the shot clock here. There's got to be action happening on both sides of Session, though.
Session. His shot's no good. Bell kicks it out. Tyler Scott for 3.
Oh, front rim. Front back rim. So that would have been a big shot. Now you got to defend hard here.
3-point lead for the Storm. Anderson looking for options. Gets it to Jennings. Little fake. Moves in and lays that one in off the window.
Yeah, nice offense. Again, Anderson attracts so much attention coming off those screens. Jennings is a beneficiary.
Storm by 1. 1:14 remaining. Devon Maxwell. Jennings trying to clamp him down. Session.
5 to shoot here.
Got to get it up. Got to do something in a hurry. That was close, but no cigar.
Quality of shots have to improve here for the last minute of this game because you know Moncton's going to get a good shot.
52 seconds remaining in the 4th. Storm with a 1-point lead. Jennings with a bump on Session, and then Jennings stays with it and gets the bucket. And Tim Kendrick, he wanted a foul. He is ticked.
It's hot.
And there you see Coach Tim Kendrick, none too pleased. He thought there should have been an offensive foul there on Jennings. And we talked about Maxwell in his day.
He had a great game. This is a few shots by Maxwell using his length. Extended today, that jump shot nice and smooth all the way up. He gets up so high on the ground, off the ground, that his jump shot becomes nice and light and feathery.
Here's the block. He's had a couple of blocks in this game.
Yeah, puts in his dominant hand, and he's going right to the basket. So he explodes off the ground so quickly. He's such a good jumper that he just lets instinct take over, and he's really finding a home in this league.
And there's the other block, and then the Storm went back on transition. And then that spot up 3.
Yeah, really great game out of him today. But how the Storm finishes this, look, there's 44 seconds left to go in this game. That means that the Storm really could get 2 offensive positions to Moncton's 1. But you've got to make sure they're quality. I was a little bit, I wanted to see a little bit more discipline and offense out of the Storm in their sets. It's got to be done right now. So there has to be some good action. You're going to get a one-on-one situation with a 4 or 5 person setting a screen for either Stringer or Frank Session at the top. Tyler Scott's going to go in the corner. He's going to be ready to pop that 3. But do it within the first 15 seconds so you know you're going to get the ball back. Because of the 24-second rule. So this is an advantage a little bit to the Storm right now.
So clock management, very essential here.
Yeah, exactly. You want to score quick right now.
Stringer.
Open look. Passes
Tyler
on
Scott, 2-pointer, left it short. Maxwell with a rebound, 33 left in the game. Stringer moves
got
in,
an opening.
going baseline,
He got
gets
it.
the 2.
So you got to defend hard, timeout Moncton. So they can hold for the last 27, that was 21. 27 seconds left to go. So you know the Storm will get the basketball back.
Oh, so you're happy with the way they mapped that play out there?
Yeah, because I'm happy that the Storm offensive rebounded the basketball and gave themselves another possession. And Stringer's finish was absolutely amazing. But that's the difference Bell makes in there. You get second chance opportunities because he's in there mucking it up. And between him and Maxwell, they keep the ball alive, and the Storm get a chance for another possession.
And Marcus Bell, trying to look at his stats right here. He's got 9 boards here this afternoon. Franklin Session has 10.
Listen, what Moncton's going to do right now, there's a 4-second gap between the shot clock and the game clock. So the ball will be in Anthony Anderson's hand. They're going to bring on Al Stewart. Well, maybe not. He doesn't look like he's on. It's going to go in Anthony Anderson's hands. He's going to dribble it out, try to get the shot clock down, and then try to find his shooters in the corners. Corey Almond and Jennings will be in the corners, and then he'll try to make a play, either going to the basket or finding those guys. But you expect of them, they're not going to try to do anything too quickly, and the Storm right now just cannot foul. And if Moncton puts it up, one shot, you will not have to even pass the ball. Just make sure you grab the rebound, secure it, and the game could be yours.
So this is a massive possession. And you see Devon Maxwell, he wants some support from the crowd here. Joe Salerno has drawn up his play.
And Anthony Anderson starting low. He'll get a screen. He'll come up and get the ball. But watch for Terry Thomas too. Terry Thomas really has a physical mismatch here. Stringer gives up about 4 or 5 inches on him. Here he comes. Ball entry. It's not there.
So Williams kicks it out. Anderson, Corey Allman, loose ball. Williams gets it again. Anderson swings it around the
There's the one.
Exterior, shot by Williams. Session has the rebound.
There you go.
And he's fouled by Jennings.
2 good looks for Moncton, but coming down with a big rebound is Frank Session again. You want to talk about rebounds that matter. Kids out there, listen, there's nothing more important than rebounding in basketball, and that's why. This game is not over yet. 11.8 seconds left to go. Good look there, and I really thought that one was going down.
Didn't miss it by much, did he?
No. And that was off the second. That was the second shot. So Moncton, again, they offensive rebound, and they got themselves another possession. So these are huge shots here for Mr. Session.
So Franklin Session heads to the line, could wrap this game up if he can get a pair.
So right now, then Moncton's now starting to think about a 3 or a very quick basket going to the foul line. If he hits this, then they need a 3.
Oh, that's in and out.
Gets the rebound.
He gets the rebound. Session on the baseline, and he gets fouled, and he has a...
And look at Almond.
Yeah.
Look at Almond, his hand. Like, I just said it, man. There's nothing more important than rebounding in basketball. And Frank Session is the MVP of this game for those 2 rebounds that he just got. I don't know who we're going to give it to. But.
I think Devon Maxwell might have something to say, but wow, what hustle. Take a look at it here. And, boy, he came out of nowhere.
Oh, wow.
To get that rebound, and now heads back to the line.
And this is a big one. If he misses this, I see Mr. Salerno's got his board out. He's going to drop a play and call a timeout. Yeah,
and makes the second shot.
This game really should be over right now because it's 2-possession game.
So 118, 114, and the hustle of that man right there, Franklin Session, has made it a 2-possession game.
He really has. He just has a knack for knowing where the ball is going to go. And he gets there, he sees it, his eyes see it, and then he moves to that position so quickly.
We had talked about it, you know, it looked like he was playing a quiet game because Moncton was preventing him from doing his thing, for lack of a better word, but boy, he makes a major contribution there, heading towards the line and getting that rebound. If you're Joe Salerno and you've only got 8.7 seconds, I mean, what are you trying to draw up here?
No, you need to score as quick as you can. So you're looking for kind of maybe a little lob out of bounds. Your first option is to kind of bring everybody high and then maybe get a little lob where you can take about 0.2 of a second to get it in. Then you have to foul, put them to the line again and hope they miss 1 and a 2, and then come down and look for a 3. So all that stuff you'd be doing 2 different diagrams. First one is an out of bounds play from center to get a quick basket. You either go for the lob or you bring somebody from the right side of the court going left so he can catch it on the rhythm and then turn the corner and go hard to the basket. For the Storm, you just can't foul. You can't allow them to shoot to hit potentially 3 points right now. Let them get their 2 points and then eat it. Just get the ball in bounds and you know, eat it for if there's under 4 seconds left.
So 8.7 seconds away for the Island Storm.
And you see what's happening. They will come off like a wheel, right? So Almond on the left side. Jerome Williams is going to, there it is. There's the wheel. Going to the basket, getting a quick shot.
Anderson,
oh, he hits it.
Wow, he hits the 3. So they got a foul here.
Oh, wow, wide open.
Stringer, and he's going to lay it in.
Wow. There's still time in this one. It's a 3-point game, 4 seconds left to go. No fouls.
And Jennings can't make the long-range 3, and that's going to do it. Boy, that was some excitement there, Gord.
Oh, man. You just saw 2,000 people overjoyed here in Charlottetown. What a game.
And the fans here at the Eastlink Center, they got their money's worth. And here is Stringer wrapping this one up and putting a bow on it.
And that's a gutsy pass. I mean, his guards weren't open.
And now Tim Kendrick is there trying to settle some people down as both teams will shake hands. But boy, what a game here this afternoon.
So many good plays.
On Boxing Day. Let's just go through some of the scores in this one. Corey Allman, we talked about him. He was just simply out of his mind. 12 of 21 from the field, 34 points. And then you had Anthony Anderson, 24 points on 6 of 18 from the field. He had 8 dimes in this game. And Devon Maxwell, what can you say about him? 28 points in this game. He just did everything here.
Oh, he really did. And I mean, it's just so long and confident. And with him starting to extend his game to become a jump shooter, it's just, there's all kinds of potential for him and this rest of the Storm team. Unbelievable.
Stringer with 26 points, 10 of 16 from the field. Then you had Franklin Session, who made that great play. Came in there, got the rebound off the missed free throw, and he had 20 points. A silent 20 points.
20 points and 12 rebounds for a point guard, basically. Like, those are 4 or 5 people numbers, not point guard numbers.
So the final score, once again, 120-117. The Storm, they defeat the Magic. They are now 4-1 against their Moncton, or their New Brunswick rivals, rather. So they've had their numbers so far this season. So once again, the score, 120-117, Storm over the Magic. So on behalf of Gord McNeely and the entire crew, I'm Peter Ruckazer saying so long from the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown.